In construction, a footprint refers to the space and orientation of a home on its lot. But there's another footprint we should consider, and that's our environmental footprint. Here to tell us how to create a home that's environmentally friendly is Joel Hirschberg from Green Building Supply, which has been a source for eco-building products since 1991. Joel, thank you so much for giving up some of your time to talk with us today.
Sure, Megan.
Why don't you fill us in on the general mission of Green Building Supply?
Green Building Supply was founded 30 years ago for the purpose of creating healthier homes.
There are so many products here to choose from. How do you go through creating a checklist when you consider putting a product into your showroom?
There's a long list, Megan, and it is one that takes a lot of attention to detail. So we look at safety data sheets, of course, and we look at all the data that's produced by manufacturers. But ultimately, it comes down to us doing our own field testing and really determining how well it performs and does it not, cause ill effects to our health. So that's basically how we do it.
So you really focus on safety?
We really do. That's our #1 goal.
So looking at your showroom, I would say about half of it is flooring. Is that your most popular product?
Flooring is the most popular, but also popular are all of our cleaners, sealers, paints, caulks, adhesives, basically all the bread and butter kind of things that people deal with every day in their lives.
Talk to us about the different types of flooring you sell.
We have basically starting with what we're standing on, which is cork flooring, and we also have natural linoleum flooring, we have hardwood flooring, and we have bamboo flooring, we have wool carpeting. And those are all bio-based products that are renewable and contain no formaldehyde or VOCs in them.
So let's talk about those popular types of flooring that you carry, and specifically I want to talk about cork.
Sure.
What are the benefits to a homeowner in having cork?
Well, cork mainly is designed to be comfortable underfoot. So when you walk on it, you feel some relief. So if you were to stand on this hardwood or on any of the tile floors that we have here, after a few minutes, you'd feel a little tired. You stand on cork, completely feels different. Cork, as you know, comes from the bark of the cork oak tree. Every 8 to 10 years, they strip off this outer bark, and they typically use it for wine stoppers. But in addition, you'll notice that there's about 1/4 of an inch on the top. They take that layer off, and they put it onto a board like this, and you now have, presto, a cork flooring plank. So there's cork on the top, there's cork on the bottom, and there's a high-density fiberboard in the middle. This is traditional cork flooring, but now there's also some newer cork products on the market, which are waterproof cork, which also come in other colors that are not, they don't look like cork, they look like hardwood flooring.
Right, those are beautiful. Now, are these water repellent?
They're actually waterproof.
That's great. Talk to us about the insulating properties and maybe how it can lend itself to energy efficiency.
Cork has 2 basic insulating properties. One is acoustical and one is thermal. Acoustical means for sound, and it's used all the time in apartment buildings on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th floors because it keeps sound from transferring through. On a thermal level, it actually has an R value to it, and the thicker you go, the more R value you have. So it's very common in basements to use cork flooring because it keeps the floor warm. You don't feel cold, and as a result, you don't turn up the heat. And if you're not turning up the heat, you're saving energy.
So let's do a little cost comparison if we take green products versus their traditional counterparts.
Right. In general, people look at cost 2 ways. They look at upfront costs and they look at long-term costs. But you can also look at costs from a personal side as well as an environmental side. So from a personal side and upfront costs, green products typically, traditionally in the past, have cost more, a lot more, but they're getting less and less and less because there's more use of them right now. Also, when you look at the long-term effects, the benefits of using green products, for example, if somebody were repainting a wall in a rental apartment and the client moves in, doesn't like the smell of it, the landlord has to redo it, he's got an additional cost. This is just one simple example, but there are many examples of how using green products usually doesn't cost more. In the end, it actually saves money. That's especially true on the environment, because the environmental impact of extracting materials, fabricating them in a factory, and then actually installing them and then disposing of them, that entire life cycle typically is something that requires a huge amount of energy, especially for petroleum-based products. Whereas with bio-based products, they are much more natural, they're biodegradable, they're renewable, and so the life cycle analysis usually comes back as being much, much, much less. So the carbon footprint is much smaller.
Great. Thanks so much. This is fabulous information, and I love that idea of going green just one step at a time.
Great.
Thanks.
Thanks, Megan.
If you'd like more ideas on green options as well as energy-saving tips, visit PowerHouseTV.com.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of PowerHouse.
We poured over the possibilities of insulated concrete forms. We saw how time and energy-saving components are manufactured.
And we explored design products that help us make friends with the environment.